Hello good people, good to see you once again. Leo tunazungumzia the biggest investment unafaa kuwa nayo na tayari unakuanga nayo ni venye hujai realize in this 2023, alright? But before we do that, as always, take your second hapo hivyo chini on your right there is a button written subscribe. Make sure you hit that button, and then hapo hivyo chini kuna another button imechorwa kama mkono like this. Just hit it and that's a like anyway. I know you're asking yourself, what's the importance of that? I can just go ahead and watch this video and ignore that. But guess what? Once you do that, it is free and you'll be notified every moment I upload a new video. So you will never miss any good of my videos. All right. Let's get into the business. All right. So this is 2023. The biggest and the asset that I would suggest that you should have it and always have it. Guess which one is it? It's yourself. Remember one thing, when you unaendanga job, well, you're the one who makes that money. If you sleep, there is no money. If you sleep, that business cannot function. If you're sick, nothing goes on, all right? So you're the biggest asset in that specific business that you're running. Either you're the biggest asset to that specific job that you usually go, all right? So that means where you're the biggest asset. And what are you supposed to do with that? This is how you're supposed to do it. And if you realize that something makes you money, then you have to take care of that specific thing. And that thing that makes you money is you for you, all right? So this is the thing that you're supposed to do. Work on improving yourself. This is 2023. Don't be this kind of a person who makes resolutions but doesn't follow them. Be disciplined. Develop yourself a character whereby when you say you're going to do something, you start doing it and you do it continuously until it reaches at least day 21. And once you hit your 21st day, that's the time we say that at least a character or a habit is starting to be built, and by the time you're hitting something, you're able to do something. Right now as we speak, I believe that you have a resolution that you've written in this or for this 2023. You say like, by the time you're clearing this year, and you say that I want to save a certain amount of money so that by the time you are getting off this calendar of 2023, I'll have my own capital to start a business. All right. So, and by the way, to remind you, just as a reminder, we are still doing the challenge of 2023 of 66,700k in this specific year. So perhaps you like, okay, fine, you're this kind of a person who keep on procrastinating, and postponing things. This is the challenge that I will give you. In this particular year, in this 2023, pick yourself as the biggest asset. Work on yourself. And when I say work on yourself, do not over intoxicate yourself, to a point whereby you even hardly become sober. So at all the times, make sure that at least you improve yourself. All right. If you're employed, make yourself on how you can improve yourself to be a good employee. And at the end of the year, you get something out of it. That's the biggest thing that people don't even realize. For example, if today you are to be sick, then that means that everything you do that engages you, that means you do not have that income. So for you, you have to eat healthy. You have to live in a very good, healthy life, because at the end of the day, whatever I talk about here, it's all about, it doesn't make sense, all right? I've just avoided to use a very heavy word. It doesn't make sense if you're sick, you cannot even take care of yourself, you don't even exercise regularly. I mean, you don't even monitor your health, you don't even monitor how either you're gaining weight or losing weight or something of sort. So it's always good to make sure that try as much as you can unaweza avoid those things ambazo zinajua zinaweza kukupea stress that can limit you from achieving exactly your full potential. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is this: you are the biggest asset. You are the asset, that the biggest asset that you can never get it. Even if you are such a successful person, it's always good to make sure that you do something that I call, eating healthy food. And when I say eating healthy food, I don't mean expensive food. It's not by default that most expensive food are the most healthy one. You can just eat the average food, but they are healthy. You have a combination of the three things that we were taught when we were in a primary school. Just, the carbohydrates, the protein, and the vitamins. As simple as that. So that at least you can be in a state whereby you can say you're in a good state of mind. You can be able to figure out things. You can be able to carry yourself, get yourself to the next level, blah blah blah, and such kind of a things. All right. The other thing, avoid those things that gives you stresses. If you know very well that you're a short-tempered individual, then what you're supposed to do, avoid, even if it's not okay, fine. I know you may not be able to eradicate all those things, but at least do something that can help you to get yourself somewhere in terms of development. Avoid those stresses, because those stresses graduate to become depression, and depression, you start to fathom some things, or you start to figure out some things which are really not okay when it comes to your life. All right. So what I'm saying is basically is this: in this 2023, pick yourself as the biggest asset, work towards improving yourself. And by the way, when you start improving yourself and believing in yourself, that's the time you can see opportunities, tap one, and grow yourself to the next level. Right now, where you are, maybe perhaps you're broke and you're like, okay, fine, what can I do? I do not have a job, I do not have this, I do not have that. So what exactly can I do? So if you improve on yourself, first of all, appreciate the fact, accept the fact that where you are right now, you don't have a thing. Then find out a thing that you can be able to do. For example, I always give people things. For example, the world that you're living in, it's a technological advanced world. It's not a must that you work in a conventional way to make money. Right now, you just have your internet, you have your phone, you have your laptop, you have your computer, you have anything. You work towards on what you can do with that specific thing. For example, you can pick a skill. You can pick a forex trading skill. You can pick a video editing skill. You can pick a photoshopping thing. You can pick a graphic design. You can pick a web designing, and you have variety of places where you can be able to learn that specific skill, improve yourself, and then from that particular point, now you trade that skill and get something out of it. I always tell people this, that money is and will always remain to be a reward given after solving someone's problem. That's a fact. Focus on solving a problem. First of all, identify a problem, then ask yourself, how much is this worth a problem if I happen to solve it? And are people ready to give you money? Yes, they are. Once you solve that problem, then you get something out of it. Monetize your skill. In anything that you do, you monetize your skill. Remember one thing, when you open your mouth to speak, remember one thing, you're telling the world who you are. So be very careful what you say and how you say it and how you package yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what determines you and what you're going to achieve in 2, 3, 4, 10 years to come, because that's the thing that has been happening in this life. So if I may go back to what exactly I was saying in this specific video, is that the biggest asset that you can have in this 2023 is you. Because without you, you cannot make money for you. That's the reality. And I gave you a very simple analogy. If today you were to fall sick, that means you won't be able to go to job. Probably, fine, maybe your boss will understand you for the next 2, 3 weeks. By the time it comes 1 month, you'll get a replacement. That's a fact. So basically means that if you get sick, you won't get that money. Maybe you're running that business, and it's a kind of a business that you have to be there physically. So if you are not there, then it's not a business. Then if it's not a business, then you do not have money. So at the end of the day, you're the biggest asset. That's a fact. So you should work towards improving yourself, be it either healthy, social, financial, and anything, so that at least you be at ease whenever you're making a decision, so that you can make a conscious decision in this life. All right, so perhaps you've reached this video up to this particular moment. I just want to say thank you, and maybe you forgot to click that like button as well as that subscribe button. Then do so. This is your time. I'm gonna give you a second. All right, just down there, do that thing. Exactly. Thank you very much. And guess what? If you're still here and you would like to get business ideas, you would like to get business plans, you would like to get things about treasury bonds, treasury bills, about shares, about anything involving investments, then this is a place to be. I'll leave my number in the description of this video. I'll still pin it on the comment section below. Get it, contact me, let's talk business, and you can get those booklets. And I remember, those books, it's only a copy, it's only $220. You get it, you get all the information. All right, they say the only way you can get a 65-year-old experience with 25 is reading books, and that's the reality. All right, so for now, what can I say apart from thank you? See you in the next one.